Okay, I'm going to do another video here just to talk a little bit about the different soils that I've been experimenting with for my garden. Just to show you what I've got here is I've got tomatoes in the front and then I've got some beans, string beans behind that, and then on the side over here I have some sweet peppers, and then over on the side I had some extra seedlings, so I actually went a little overboard and did some extra tomatoes and one extra pepper. And what I discovered is I was using this Nature's Care, you can kind of see the bags back there in the green bags, and there actually is a big difference between the different kinds. There's raised bed soil, there's organic garden soil, and then there's organic potting mix. So there's three different kinds, and they all come in these green bags. And what I found out was, and on the bags it gives you the impression that you don't need to mix it with anything, because the last year I did containers like this, and I just put in some soil without reading what the bag said, and supposedly you're supposed to mix the soil in the bag with natural soil, which I didn't do. So my garden was really messed up last year. So this year I looked at the bags that I was buying, and it said that you could just use it straight out of the bag without adding anything, but it's not true. Just to show you, I did an experiment here, and these two tomatoes here, what I did is I put raised bed soil on the left side of this container, and I put organic potting mix on the right, and you can see that the one on the left is bigger. They're the same, they were planted at the same time, they were both raised from seedlings, and the one on the left is bigger and more robust and has better foliage and better color. And then you go over here, these guys over here had the organic garden soil, and they're about the same height, but they're much more spindly. The foliage isn't as thick and luscious and good looking. So what I'm going to end up doing, and I already did this a little bit, I already tried to do this a little bit a little while ago, was to add some cow manure and mix that in to these containers to help these. Also, you can see on the back I have these beans, and the string beans also suffered as a result of not having enough nitrogen. So you can see the one on the end looks pretty good. The leaves are nice dark green, but the second one, the leaves are much lighter, almost like a lime colored. And so what I'm doing is I did add some cow manure, which I made some holes next to the bottom of the plants, and I pushed some cow manure in there. So hopefully that'll help these get better. But again, I feel like it was a little bit of a deception, because I felt like, the bag didn't really indicate that I needed to add anything. And here I am having to add cow manure after the fact. So it's a lot more work. Okay, so coming back around to the front. And here's what the cow manure looks like. It's in this yellow bag. It's pretty good stuff. It doesn't smell because it's been composted. It's just a rich black soil. It looks like soil, but it's cow manure. So you just take that and you mix that in with your other soils to give them more nitrogen and give them more goodie. So I'll probably be, like I said, I'll probably be putting an inch or two on the top of those tomatoes and mixing that in to give them a little more food. And also I will, I'm going to add some images to this video which shows you the packaging on the Nature's Care on the three different kinds.